Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel. The blueprint's first phase is one of identification and entrapment, where Kody, often operating under the guise of a friendly investor or a helpful benefactor, identifies a target with a key vulnerability, a piece of land, often free and clear or with significant equity, owned by someone facing financial distress. This could be an inherited family farm burdened by property taxes, a widow struggling with maintenance costs on a large parcel, or a land-rich but cash-poor individual facing a medical crisis. Kody's approach is rarely confrontational, it is empathetic. He offers a solution, typically in the form of a loan, a sale-leaseback agreement, or a complex contract for deed. The terms are often deceptively simple or deliberately obfuscated, laden with hidden clauses, balloon payments, or exorbitant interest rates that he knows the owner will be unable to meet. The land itself is the collateral, the irresistible prize that secures the deal. This initial transaction is the setting of the trap, creating a legal relationship that gives Kody a foothold, a secured claim against the property. He is not yet a thief, he is a creditor, and it is from this position of contractual power that he will launch his assault. The triggering event for the main phase of the blueprint is the inevitable default. Whether by the original design of the predatory terms or through circumstances exacerbated by them, the owner misses a payment. This is the moment Kody has been waiting for. Instead of initiating a standard foreclosure, which can be public, messy, and sometimes subject to redemption periods and judicial oversight, he pivots to a more potent and insidious tool. He files for bankruptcy on behalf of his corporate entity, or he strategically forces a situation that makes bankruptcy the most logical next step for the owner. More commonly, and more ruthlessly, Kody himself, as a creditor, can use the bankruptcy system against the owner in different ways, but the core mechanism involves filing an involuntary bankruptcy petition against the landowner. This is a profound perversion of the system. Bankruptcy, specifically Chapter 11 or 13, is meant to be a shield for the debtor, allowing them to reorganize their finances under the protection of the court. Kody turns it into a sword. By petitioning the court to place the landowner into involuntary bankruptcy, he instantly freezes all of the owner's assets through the automatic stay. The owner is now no longer in control of their financial destiny, they are a debtor in possession under the supervision of a bankruptcy trustee and the court, a process for which they are almost certainly financially and legally unprepared. Once inside the bankruptcy court, the true genius and cruelty of the blueprint unfold. The system becomes a labyrinth designed by Kody, through his attorneys, to exhaust and confound the landowner. The first weapon is cost. Bankruptcy is prohibitively expensive. The landowner is suddenly responsible for attorney's fees, court costs, and trustee fees. For someone already in financial distress, these costs are insurmountable. Kody, on the other hand, is well-funded, with a war chest reserved for legal battles. He can file a barrage of motions to lift the automatic stay, so he can proceed with foreclosure, motions to dismiss the case, arguing the owner is acting in bad faith, motions for relief from the stay, each one requiring a costly response from the owner's counsel. This is a war of attrition. The goal is not to win on the merits of the first motion, but to drain the owner's remaining resources, ensuring they cannot afford to fight for long. Simultaneously, Kody exploits the procedural complexity of the bankruptcy code. He demands detailed financial reports, schedules, and plans that a layperson could never navigate. He challenges every filing, creating a dense thicket of legal objections that the owner, even with counsel, struggles to penetrate. The courtroom, with its specialized language and rules, becomes a foreign and hostile territory where the owner's fundamental right to their property is lost in a debate over procedural technicalities. The role of the bankruptcy trustee, an official appointed to oversee the case, is critical and can be manipulated. While trustees are meant to be neutral arbiters, they are also practical administrators focused on the efficient administration of the estate, which primarily means generating cash to pay creditors. Kody positions himself as the primary, most aggressive creditor. He presents himself as someone with a valid, secured claim who simply wants what he is owed. He may make an offer to the trustee, a credit bid for the property, using the debt owed to him as the purchase price, or a lowball cash offer that seems attractive to a trustee looking to quickly close a complex and contentious case. The trustee, facing a debtor who is uncooperative, unprepared, or out of funds, may see a sale to Kody as the path of least resistance to satisfy the creditors and conclude the proceedings. The owner's emotional attachment to their generational land holds no weight in this calculus. The court's mandate is financial, not sentimental. In this environment, Kody's narrative, that he is a wronged lender seeking recourse, often proves more compelling to the overworked officers of the court than the owner's pleas of predation. The final, devastating move is the forced sale. After months, or even years, of legal warfare, the owner is broken, financially and emotionally. They have exhausted their savings on legal fees, are buried under a mountain of court-ordered deadlines, and are facing the very real prospect of being held in contempt of court for failing to comply with the Byzantine requirements of the bankruptcy process. At this juncture, Kody, often with the trustee's support, proposes a plan, the sale of the land to satisfy the debts. With no other bidders able to act quickly within the tight confines of the bankruptcy proceeding, and with the owner having no resources to mount a counterbid or propose a viable alternative plan of reorganization, the court approves the sale. The gavel falls. The land is sold, often at a fraction of its true market value, to Kody or one of his shell companies. The debt he is owed is wiped away by the sale proceeds, and he emerges as the clear title owner. The original owner receives nothing. In fact, they may still be liable for any remaining unsecured debts and, of course, the catastrophic legal fees. The theft is complete. It was not done in the dead of night, but in broad daylight, documented in a voluminous court file, and sanctioned by a federal judge. The land has not been stolen, it has been administered. In the end, the bankruptcy blueprint is a masterclass in legal malevolence. Kody used the system not as a citizen seeking justice, but as a predator using the rule of law as his weapon. He understood that for many Americans, their land is their identity, their heritage, and their security. He also understood that the legal system, for all its ideals, is a system of rules that can be gamed by those with the resources and ruthlessness to do so. The blueprint's success relies on the immense power imbalance it creates, transforming a simple property dispute into a complex federal case where the scales of justice are weighted by financial endurance. The land was not stolen through force or fraud in the traditional sense, but through a deliberate, calculated process of strategic default, procedural onslaught, and financial suffocation, all wrapped in the legitimizing cloak of a court order. It leaves the victim not only landless but also spiritually devastated, having lost their birthright not to a bandit, but to a piece of paper stamped with the seal of the United States Bankruptcy Court. Mary Brown glows with joy after cutting ties with Kody. For years, Sister Wives viewers have watched Mary Brown's slow transformation from a heartbroken first wife to a fiercely independent woman. She was subjected to emotional distance, public rejection, and numerous reminders from Kody Brown that their marriage was over. Yet, despite the pain, Mary stayed loyal longer than most fans expected. She made her decision, however, after years of waiting for a change that never came. Now, her new posts tell a different story, one filled with laughter, travel, and genuine happiness. Fans have noticed how Mary seems freer and lighter these days. She's spending time with friends, exploring new places, and most importantly, smiling again. Her recent Instagram reel showing her laughing in the car had fans cheering in the comments. They believe cutting ties with Kody wasn't just about emotional freedom. It was a total glow-up in every sense of the word. Mary Brown's wedding photos were AI-generated. Sister Wives star Mary Brown sparked buzz after viral Facebook photos showed her in a white gown beside a man in a tux, with claims she secretly remarried. However, fans were correct when they quickly observed that the images appeared to be fake. The photos were made by artificial intelligence and not of a real wedding. Mary recently stated that she is still healing from her split from Kody Brown and has not remarried. Though she's dating and open to reconciliation with her former sister wives, marriage isn't on her radar yet. Clearly, AI hoaxes are getting more convincing, and fans are learning to double-check the details. Sister Wives, fans say Mary's lost 300 pounds of emotional weight. Mary uploaded the now viral video of herself laughing while wearing sunglasses and a blue tank top. And the internet exploded with support. Reddit users referred to her as radiant and joked that she had lost 300+ pounds of dead weight as a result of quitting Kody and Robin. Many said it was refreshing to see her genuinely happy again. She is now away from the tension and constant judgment that surrounded her in the family. Viewers agreed that Kody seems to miss the energy and humor that the OG wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, brought to his life. One commenter quipped that he's stuck with the one who stops anything that even resembles fun. Fans compared her anxious, joyless demeanor to the lively dynamic that existed before she joined the family. They even made a joke about how the OG wives are doing well without Kody's frantic energy, while he is stuck in a gloomier home. Several Reddit users pointed out that Kody used to light up around Mary, especially before Robin's arrival. Even after their split, fans noticed that he often looked more relaxed and talkative when interacting with her, until Robin entered the picture. One viewer summed it up perfectly: he clams up when Robin's around because he knows she won't like how happy he looks talking to Mary. Moreover, fans think Mary's new chapter is proof that peace looks good on her. Supportive friends surround her, run her businesses, and share glimpses of her laughter-filled life. While Kody remains tangled in emotional drama, Mary's road trips and carefree energy show she's finally free. For many fans, it's satisfying to watch her drive away from the chaos, windows down, laughter up, and not a trace of regret in sight. For the most recent Sister Wives tea, keep checking TV season and spoilers.